Welcome to another Grief Talk Coffee Chat episode. I'm your host, Vaughn Solis. So welcome to this Divine Healing Coaching episode on Principle 5. This concludes the series on the 5 principles from my book, Divine Healing, Transforming Pain into Personal Power, which I have said on previous occasions and will once again say here was channeled to me by the angels and my daughter, Janaea, who passed away by suicide in 2005. After which I began writing Divine Healing over a 5-year period, starting in 2006. And throughout that period, the angels and my daughter visited me frequently, basically with a lot of these messages that you are hearing in the 5 key principles in the self-help practice of that book, Divine Healing. So we owe all of our healing, all of our transformation coming from this work to the divine. Hence, it's called Divine Healing Coaching. So in this Principle 5, Own Your Perfection, and again, the titles for these principles were channeled to me. This speaks all about understanding that true power comes from within, and the more that we connect to this inner power that we all have, the more we connect with our perfection. And this principle will shape all of the information for you in terms of understanding how perfect you are as an inner being, despite what external circumstances or appearances would otherwise suggest. So let's get right to it. So we are perfect at our core, that we learn to surrender our attachment to the lower emotions that have shaped many of our life experiences and views. It is through surrender we can learn to accept ourselves in our perfection and glory as inherently powerful beings, welcoming every new experience, no matter what it is, as an opportunity for enlightenment. Understanding suffering in a way that allows us to transcend pain rather than feel trapped by it teaches us to function at an increasingly higher level of vibration that has the power to transform every aspect of our life. Aligning with our true inner power brings great joy. My desire for you is that you find the courage to pursue the peace and happiness you desire, trusting it is safe to still honor those experiences that brought you to your suffering or discomfort through surrender to your reason for being on this planet. No matter what you have experienced up to this point, know that you have the power to do things differently. Many people come into this world believing they are undeserving of their true worth, goodness, and love. It's hard for them to feel happiness for others. The success that those around them experience feels threatening and causes them to feel jealous and resentful. One of the most important concepts to understand when working with intention and manifestation, which is a huge part of creating your authentic life connected to the truth of who you really are, is that there is enough in the world to go around for everyone, including you. You only have to tap into this wealth of abundance that the universe provides by honoring your worthiness and reminding yourself frequently that you deserve the overflow of abundance that is out there. You simply have to claim what you want. The following 3 actions will help you align with your true worth. 1. Explore all limiting thoughts and beliefs holding you back. Changing beliefs occurs as we release all attachment to the meaning we have assigned specific words. Until we understand the false beliefs that do not serve us well, we will continue to have a limited interpretation of the world around us. Words that are hurtful and feed false beliefs can be dispensed with easily when we no longer attach any significance to them, or we think about those words differently. Number 2, change your thinking. People often get stuck in the initial stages of transformation because they don't see instant results or other challenges knock them to the ground. It is essential to remember that what you believe is true is your truth. Your beliefs bring the results and correspond directly to how much or little you have and are willing to give based on what you think and feel about your worthiness. To help with this change, your call to action is to 1. See yourself as a perfect being, and secondly, repeat often to yourself silently or out loud, I am perfect, whole, and complete. I am worthy of all that I want. Number 3, commit to transforming your life. Only you can change you. Now, part of this is understanding what you actually really believe. And part of this is understanding your false beliefs. And I've categorized these into the 3 R's. Number 1, know what you really believe, not just what you think you believe. Rarely are they the same. Number 2, your false beliefs and negative thoughts are continually reinforced every time you allow someone else to validate them through their own stories of drama and victimization. This influences you to function from the feelings of competitiveness, jealousy, envy, control, judgment, separation, pain, suffering, all that kind of stuff rooted ultimately in the belief in your own unworthiness and continued suffering and discomfort. Number 3, your false beliefs become refined over time as they are triggered over and over by old patterns of thinking and behavior. It can be difficult, but certainly not impossible, to separate them from the truth. Now, I will say there very quickly, as much as this happens with our negative beliefs and ones that I would say most people can readily sort of see that they're stuck in this negative pattern of thinking and behaving and believing, the same is entirely true for all the positive thoughts, behavior, actions, and beliefs that we hold going forward. Changing your life to please someone else will not bring you closer to finding your truth. You must make changes that feel right for you from a place of love and respect for yourself if you're going to experience optimal and ongoing transformation, which is a process that requires your time and commitment. In other words, don't give up. When you think about how much you do deserve, you will start to attract abundance in all areas of your life in many forms. So I know you might be thinking, what? I haven't seen that in my life yet. Or, hey, I've started to feel this, but I want more. So how do you start to change your thinking? In order to change your thinking, you must first be willing to change. The moment you decide you've had enough discomfort, if not downright suffering, will be the exact moment you begin to change. As you heal from whatever suffering or discomfort you are experiencing, remember that the areas in your life you feel the most resistant to change are those that need the most healing. These will always be correlated to your mental, emotional, and spiritual state as well, and what needs to be healed in those areas. When you feel resistance, ask yourself the following 4 questions, and you may wish to record or write your answers down for reference as you go through your transformation. Number 1, am I really willing to change right now? Number 2, do I feel ready for change? Number 3, where am I feeling the most resistant to change? And to determine this, you can do a really quick mental sweep of your entire body to see where you are feeling tense, rigid, or other discomfort, and note the area. This is an indication of unresolved pain within you that needs to be healed and is presenting itself physically in correlation to your mental and emotional state. Lastly, number 4 is, what is it I fear the most about change? Change is scary. Your call to action. Repeat to yourself silently or out loud, I am safe. I trust all of my decisions. I allow myself to be guided by the divine, or you can say universe, for my best and highest good. Of note, I've added a link in the show notes to a meditation channeled to me by the angels called Loving Yourself as part of the Divine Healing Collection of meditations to help you learn to love yourself and feel deserving of all that you want. The 5 key takeaways to remember from Principle 5 are: number 1, new energy is created the moment you have a new thought or feeling. When you transform negative thoughts and emotions into positive ones, your outer world will begin to reflect manifestations of all higher energy. 2, all change starts from within. All things materialize from the thoughts that are most prevalent in your conscious and subconscious mind. The energy you put out there instantly matches the energy the universe delivers of what you most want, good or bad, positive or negative, all of the time. The more proficient you become with this process of manifesting more good into your life, the easier it will be for you to quickly recenter your thoughts when you are out of balance, which happens to all of us. 3, there isn't a moment the universe is not responding to your thoughts and energy based largely on how you are feeling and what you are thinking. So this includes, yes, your thoughts that actually reflect in your behavior, your actions, your emotional, your mental state, what you are doing, who you are choosing to hang around with, the types of media you are willing to or wanting to digest, just anything that is influencing you and continuing to feed the negativity and the toxicity within you. The universe is bringing you all of that, everything you want. But not to be discouraged as you change and transform these thoughts and decide, no, I don't want this anymore. I don't want the pain. I don't want the discomfort. I don't want the suffering. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be alone. All the don'ts, right? Understand that positivity feeds positivity, the same that negativity feeds negativity. It's that simple. So the more positive you become, the more this will be manifested by everything that you have been experiencing that is less than positive. Number 4, believe and trust that changes will occur in your life when you begin to change your thought process for the better. And number 5, your changes will always be in direct relation to the level of commitment you have to transforming your life. Your call to action. Healing and transformation takes time. In fact, it can be a lifelong commitment. As you go forward on your path, take the following easy actions to help keep you on the path, which it is so easy to stray from, but it's just as easy to get yourself back on track. So, here's some tips to help you out. Read or listen to inspirational authors, mentors, leaders, particularly those I would suggest with a spiritual background and a spiritual platform, spiritual messaging, because what you want to avoid here from the teaching that I do and the coaching that I am involved in is understanding that although a lot of intention and manifestation practices out there focus on material successes as evidence of your worthiness and so on, my whole approach comes from the spiritual, which is all change does start from within, and you first must heal and transform the inner being. In other words, own your perfection as this perfect, whole, complete spiritual being that actually is what is impacting, influencing, and delivering in our human experience. Basically, the goal is to always be doing something that is, contributing to your growth journey with those mentors, coaches, leaders, authors, that their words resonate with you and continue to feed your spiritual personal growth. Focus on what you want. Believe you can create it. Trust your inner power. And when the chips are down, look for opportunities in every challenge. They are there. When you feel afraid, look within to find the courage you know you have to get through anything. Commit to living happy and healthy, and surrender your struggles to the divine. While at first it may feel scary to activate your inner power, used correctly, it is the best resource that you can have to find all of the ongoing transformation that you want. I hope you find this coaching episode helpful to all of the life changes you are pursuing and actually manifesting in your life. You can check out all of my resources to further help you at my website, vonsolis.com, or subscribe to my community at the website as well. Until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.